Adam Spanish committed to Monday, and I'm saying this on the pod. So if he flakes on us, the guy's scared to come on here and tell us what's what. So
did you see Dan Hurley go up and almost get a technical and lose the game?
He's a maniac.
Dude, they show that. I don't know how they didn't tee him up. If Luka played defense this year and he wasn't just blown up by everyone, maybe he would win because he's given you. People always tell me I'm crazy. I've had like 5 people yell at me in the last week when I say Luka should stop shooting threes. Wemby, he shoots 35% from the three. Like, stop shooting threes or get better at it. Don't do it. A post that kind of went viral where they said that LeBron and Clutch would never allow Luka to win the MVP with LeBron on his team because it would harm his narrative. It's not like he's in his prime and there's another MVP on his team.
It'll be interesting to see what happens this week, man. I think some deals might be made and we'll see some trades, and the draft is in like 3 weeks, which is wild.
Welcome back to the Can't Teach Taste podcast with your boy Mac Annam and your boy Todd Tomlinson. What's good, dude? Long weekend, man. A little tired.
How was your weekend? Talk to me.
It was good. I went out to Vegas for a friend's 40th birthday. Went to Lavo for dinner on Friday, which was interesting. I haven't been there in years. It was kind of a last minute trip, so we had a big group. It was 8 of us, so we couldn't get into a lot of places, but we did get to hit Carbone on Saturday.
The best,
man. Undefeated. Heard there's a little bit of I don't want to say negative sentiment, a little bit of a negative vibe on the Riviera Carbone because people are expecting like the same food, and it's obviously like more seafood and stuff like that, more Southern Italian.
Right.
We didn't get to go there. I was going to try to go. They have a boat that sits outside, and I guess if you spend enough money at Carbone, or if you spend enough gambling, supposedly they'll like drive you around for a cruise around the Bellagio.
Oh, really?
Which is crazy. Yeah.
That's like, what do they still got the spicy rigatoni though? I got to imagine on that menu.
They have to. It's bomb. It was.
Folks who've never been to Carbone, tell them what to get, Matt.
Oh,
what are your fit? I love that. I love that place. That's
light work. Best tuna dish anywhere is the tuna that's off menu with the eggplant puree, which I don't really like eggplant. It's eggplant puree. It sits in a bowl of ice, the plate, eggplant puree. You got tuna, and I forget what else they put on there. I order that one every time. You get, for those that eat pork, prosciutto mozzarella, and it's fresh homemade mozzarella, warm. They bring it out, chop it up right on top, off the charts. They also do prosciutto mozzarella peppers off menu, which they never even talk about. I've had that a few times. Meatballs are off menu. Those are bomb. Tableside Caesar for sure. And then you do spicy rigatoni.
It's Caesar, man. Those croutons are the best croutons I've had in my life.
All time.
They're amazing.
What they do to them, I'm going to find out. I'm going to ask.
I don't either. Everything I've had there is amazing. That's probably like my favorite restaurant. Anytime I get a chance to go, I go. But man, I'm jealous that you got to go this weekend.
Yeah, eggplant tuna, man. I don't know, and I don't really go crazy like that for fish, but
everything.
That's the one, man.
Carpaccio's fire. I like the chicken massimo. Like anything on that menu, man. I'm getting hungry thinking about
it. The carpaccio is bomb too. 100%. That tuna though, that's just the best tuna there is. So definitely hit that up. We got some plugs in Carbone for those listening that wants to get in. A little harder in New York probably could help you, but Miami or Vegas or whatever, let me know.
Your boys
got to go if you're in the city. Also last night, crazy. I didn't realize the NBA meetings were here in Arizona, but I was at dinner at a spot by the house. And I turn around and I'm like, is that Jerry Jones? And I'm like looking at him. It's kind of far from where I was sitting. And he walked right into the private room with his wife, and then some other people came in there. I didn't recognize him, but there was about 6 people in there. So,
what restaurant were you at?
Tarbell's. It's been around for like 25 or 30 years. It's like an old establishment. Food's always good. They're super accommodating. You could say, "Can I get half of this? Can you do X, Y, or Z?" The answer is always yes. Mark Tarbell is he's got a good culture in there. But Tarbell's in Phoenix, good spot if you ever want to check it out. A little dry vibe, but it's good. Food's fire. So Jerry Jones is in the building. So
sure. I think those meetings started yesterday, I believe. What's pretty interesting about those is a lot of deals and trades come out of that, because obviously you got the GMs and the owners are there together and coaches, obviously. So with the draft coming up, a lot of conversations are had. right? Over dinner, over just like side meetings. So it'll be interesting to see.
There, pulled up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens this week, man. I think some deals might be made, and we'll see some trades. And the draft is in like 3 weeks, which is wild. Not a lot of suspense with your boys, the Raiders. We know what they're taking, but
he's already reading the playbook.
Yeah, I read that, which is smart, but that's a done deal. We knew that already.
Or they're trying to say you got to give us like 18 first-round picks if you want to.
Yeah, something crazy, which, it is what it is. You have your franchise quarterback, you think you take it. So, but yeah, I heard they're doing the installs and, throwing the playbook his way. So crazy. It'll be cool, but it'll be cool to see what happens, comes out of this week out there in Phoenix.
Yeah, and it sounds like, too, as an aside, the rumblings are from the inside is that the Suns are going to lock up Dillon Brooks. Yeah.
I saw a video that you sent me. Dillon Brooks is the man of the people out there in Phoenix. I couldn't believe it.
People. They love Dillon.
So for those that don't know, Dillon Brooks, there was a meet and greet at
Ryan's guest list.
Guest list, our boy Ryan's spot, which is fire out there in Phoenix. For those that live out there, you got to get all your gear from guest list. But there's a meet and greet, and there's a video of the line waiting to meet Dillon. And I'd never seen anything like it, man. Like it kept going, like outside the mall, like looked like a back hallway in the mall, all the way outside, like through a parking lot. It was crazy.
He said they sold almost every piece of merch they had, except for he said they got some of the sizes wrong. So there was too many smalls. They didn't sell all those, but I mean, he gave away a couple of game worn Kobe's that he signed. Gave away a signed jersey, and I think he was signing everyone that bought something, whatever they want.
That's wild. So,
man of the people. He's a cool dude. Spoken to him a few times, just like in passing. Like you see him out. Like the first time we saw him, we were having breakfast at the Global Ambassador Hotel, and my wife like walks up to him, like he's sitting like 2 feet from us, and she's like, "Hey, Dillon, how do you like Phoenix?" And I was like, "Damn, that's what you led with? How do you like Phoenix?" Dude, he was cool. And then one time at the Rah, she they have bathrooms that are like common, so it's whoever goes in, and then there's you share the same sink. So she got stuck next to him at a sink, and like someone's asking him for a picture while he's taking his washing his hands, and she's just like, "Why are you so disrespectful? Like, let the man like wash his hands." And he's like, "No, it's okay. We can take a picture." So he's the man of the people, man. I mean, everyone loves Book, but Book doesn't go outside. He stays inside. You don't
That too.
Book. You don't see.
You gotta love Brooks. He's got that like Draymond Green type of always gonna speak his mind, right? So he's just gonna say however he's feeling, which I love. Like if he's doing an interview, like he's just gonna tell you exactly how he's feeling. He's not gonna give you the political answer and the normal professional athlete like status quo. Just so that's crazy. I mean, they love him out there in Phoenix. He's played great this year, and it's probably smart to lock him up, man. He's even though he's at a point in his career, like
he's 30. Yeah, he's a little older, but
he's still ascending. You know what I mean? Which is wild. Like he's getting better and better. Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest leap he's taken, I think, in his career from last year to this year. So
what's interesting is you look at the Suns. They've won 4 out of their last 10 games. They're 8 games above 500. When he got hurt, they were, I think, 2 seeds ahead, and they were like, they've essentially. What happens when you put in Jalen Green, even though he's great and he gives you 30, you take Dillon Brooks out, and there's a subtraction by swapping them, which really means that if somehow they could have if they got Dillon Brooks on their own, imagine they had Dillon Brooks and KD, or if they would have, because now you have Colin Gillespie playing well and Grayson, if they would have had those guys with KD instead of Bradley Beal and Tyus Jones, if they actually put them on the floor. I mean, the team's so different, and that Dillon just adds that gritty dynamic that like attitude that the team didn't have. Like if somebody hits Book, Dillon Brooks is going to check him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, I like that.
They should be locking him up though, which is dope. What else? It was great to see Koa more aggressive, which I kind of knew that was going to be his mentality from what from hearing what I heard going into the last 2 games. Obviously, he took over. I mean, think of what he had 22 in the 16. And he's a double machine though. And so he's playing super well. I mean, that's huge for them. I mean, he could play all 5 positions. So
he was great, man. He was great. I mean, let's go ahead and get into that though. Those games this weekend, we'll get into the Elite 8, but yeah, to piggyback off that, I mean, Arizona, when I'm watching that game, Smith for Purdue was hitting shots in the beginning of that game. They look like the more, I guess, seasoned team. They're up, I think double digits at one point. They go into the half up by 7. And I was like, man, like it's like the Arizona has to come out the second half and play really well, or they might be in trouble. And man, did they come out? I don't know what was said at halftime, but those boys came out. And Arizona starts 3 freshmen. That concerned me too. Like the moment's really big, and Purdue is just all upperclassmen for the most part, man. And Koa came out just like, I don't know, he just flipped that switch in the second half especially and played great. Burries played great, down the stretch in the second half. Bradley, all those boys, man. So Arizona, they look, they're my pick all along, but they looked every bit of it in the second half of that game, on Saturday. So, I know you were watching it out there with some Arizona fans, man, where they had to have been stressing a little bit.
Nervous, man, and it's nerve wracking, and like a bunch of us are going to go out to the Final Four too, and it's all U of A fans. I'm the only one that didn't go there, but I said I would go with them when they go. They're one of the guys copped the house, so I just got to get there, and I'm like, I can go stress free, right? That they're going to be tense. I mean, leading up to that game, because obviously the championship game's on Saturday for all intents and purposes. So it's like,
I think so too.
That's a stressful one, Yeah,
we'll talk about that, but I think so too. I think Saturday is the national champion, and they're going to have their hands full. Because Michigan, I mean, they played like shit against Purdue.
They haven't been that team the one time.
Big Ten. The Big Ten, they didn't play well at all. But man, they played well all year, and they're rolling through this tournament right now. They've scored, I think, 95 points in all 4 NCAA tournament games. They're just like an offensive juggernaut.
That's some kind of record, I think, that they hit 90 point plus in 4 games in a row.
I mean, they look unstoppable. Lindenborg is just
that dude, man. Hooper.
I mean, he's probably going to be player of the year unless they give it to Boozer. Mara, the UCLA transfer, is just, I mean, he's 7'4", skilled. Obviously, you got Cadeau, the North Carolina transfer, and Burnett, and they just got just a group of guys that can score. Well coached, they're tough. When they get going, it's like an avalanche, and I think you saw that yesterday. Tennessee didn't stand a chance, man. It was ugly.
What was crazy is they said Lindenborg, the first time he came out of the game in the whole tournament was when they were up 25 in that game. Like he's playing the whole time. He's a beast. I mean, that dude's trouble, man. Like if I'm U of A, I'm giving the ball to Koa, and I'm like, get this dude in foul trouble. You got to get him in foul trouble, man. If you can get him off the floor, literally, I started paying more attention when he came off the floor because I wanted to see what was going to happen.
Yeah.
What are they going to do now? He's never not on the floor. So you got to get him somehow.
That's the matchup too. I mean, Koa's got to, I think, if I look at just the lineup, he's going to have to defend him. I mean, I don't know. I think that's the only matchup that makes sense. So he's got to defend him, and I think Lindenborg has to defend Koa. So Koa, if he can be aggressive, to your point, I think you get him in foul trouble. That's the way you win this game.
Yeah. I mean, or if he gets Koa in foul trouble, it goes the other way.
Yeah, that too. Then the other matchup, I think Cadeau and Burries, is going to be a key matchup, man.
Great super, man. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, between those two. But damn, I wish they were on opposite sides of the bracket. I really do.
They shouldn't have done that. They should have stuck Florida over there or something. Who cares? You know
Duke being the number 1 seed messed that up. You know what I mean? So it's.
I mean, Duke didn't look good for one moment of any of the first 3 games, and then they were up 20 the entire game. The first lead was 2-0. Their next lead, they was up with 4 seconds left or whatever.
0.4.
Okay. First of all, little Boozer, like all you gotta do is throw the ball up in the air. The clock's gonna run out before the ball hits the court, right? But you throw the ball away. You do the only thing that you're not supposed to do on that possession is turn the ball over. Like throw it off their leg, throw it out of bounds, do anything. Just don't do that. Then homeboy catches it, passes it. They pass it back to him. He's like, well, I passed it to the other dude because I haven't hit a shot all night. They give it back to me. He shoots the ball with 2 seconds left. Dude doesn't even put his hand up from the logo, like Dame Lillard time. Just nothing. That was crazy.
That shot was wet. I mean, I kind of felt Mullins is a shooter. He didn't shoot well at all, but when he let that ball go, I just felt like it was going in. And to your point, they were trying to foul. I saw Shire say they wanted to foul Sar, or it was Bongba, one of those 2 guys, because they're the worst free throw shooters. I saw him verbally say it. They passed the ball, I think, to the corner. They passed it back to Sar. Sar passed it to Boozer. And you can even see Shire point to Boozer to throw it to the two guys.
There's two guys wide open.
There's two of them. Yeah, there's two guys on the far end wide open. And I think instinctually, Boozer just tried to get it to them because they're wide open. But, I think it was Carbone and Mullins were right there, and they just jump up and somebody else. But in Mullins, they jump up and deflect the ball. And I know Boozer wish he could have that back. Like even if you pump fake and then you dribble or whatever, just hold on to the ball. That was the biggest mistake. You can't do that. And it was my favorite though is if you watch the reaction from the crowd and from first they show Boozer. And then they show Hurley's parents, and it's pretty funny.
Did you see Dan Hurley go up and almost get a technical and lose the game?
He's a maniac.
Dude, what's wrong with him, man? I don't know how they didn't tee him up, dude.
Please show that. He's got the jacket off his shoulder, and he just goes up to the ref and puts his head
like nose to nose.
He just headbutts him. He just looks at him, then walks away. He's a lunatic.
I wonder if maybe he yelled complained or something, and the ref was like, "You guys are down 20, shut up," or something like that. Who knows? He said something to him though, dude. He was demonic.
In some way, my guy is just. I mean, he is a loose cannon, and I can't believe that could have been wild. Imagine if the ref and he should have. I mean,
that's 2 shots in the ball, right? That's 2 shots in college, right?
You can easily called it technical. Good thing for the ref. Just
he took out his composure. I'm sure it was hard not to call that to you, man. But you don't want to give him the game, but.
Oh my God. But that and seeing Hurley's mom, what did she say? She was like, holy shit, or oh fuck, or something. It's amazing. Watching the crowd's reaction because the end of that game was crazy. But Duke, I mean, he's got to be sick, man. It's the second year in a row that you blew double-digit lead in this, within the last 10 minutes of a game. Last year to Houston was really bad. This year was worse. So, I mean, and it's tough in college, man. Boozer's going to be gone. You have to reload, obviously, and get some other guys in. Evans might be gone too, but you have one shot at this a lot of the times, and it's not working out. And people are saying to fire Shire and all that stuff. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, man. The guy's in his third year. I mean, look at all the great coaches, how long it took them to win their first NCAA championship. I think he's doing a good job. It's just. This is haunting, though. I can't even.
Last year with the 2 top Rookie of the Year candidates on your team, it's just and then you give that up. It's just
that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. But and you'll see the memes of Shire's face after that shot went in. it's wild. But yeah, man.
At this point, they're expecting it, which is tough.
Yeah.
You see, the thing that bothered me. One takeaway from the weekend is this kid from Purdue, Sturtz.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, Iowa.
Iowa, mm-hmm. Yes. That dude, he obviously is probably going to get drafted, but he bothers me to watch him play basketball. It bugs me. He doesn't want to shoot the ball unless it's a step back. You can guard him by standing behind him because he wants to shoot a step back no matter what, especially when they were losing at the end of that game. He has a wide open 3, but he needs to go forward to go backwards. He's not going to catch and shoot it. It's really hard to watch. That dude just bothered the shit out of me. At the end of the game, if anyone goes back and watches the highlights of it, it's just him trying to shoot step backs, but they're all over him and he can't. He doesn't know what to do. He's not going by anyone. That shit.
I was surprised that they got him in these mock drafts. I mean,
dude, that guy can't play in the NBA, man. Maybe I'm wrong.
First part of the first round, right outside the lottery.
Yeah, they have him as a first round pick. I mean, Colin Gillespie would barbecue chicken him in a second.
Gillespie's gotten solid, man. He's I mean, that's another story. But speaking of,
he's like my height probably.
Yeah, I mean he's
carved out smaller.
He's carved out a role, man. I didn't think he was going to be able to touch the NBA floor. Well, speaking of, when you look at Sturtz in that game and NBA prospects, Keaton Wagler is a hooper. And this kid, he's been amazing all year. I love his game so much. Under control, just skilled. I mean, that step back, that Penny Hardaway move where he, went, I think to the right, then spun back. The guy fell and he hit that 3 was
he cooked him bad.
Was nasty. And he was only a 4-star recruit. He was a 3-star recruit for most of high school. I think he became a 4-star. He was only getting mid-majors for the most part. I looked, and actually my boy Cahill Fennell, now at Western Michigan, University Texas Rio Grande was one of the first schools to ever offer Keaton back in 2024, but didn't really get a lot of offers. What's that?
We knew what time it was.
Yeah, for sure. And like, he didn't really get a lot of offers. And then the Illinois coach said actually one of his assistants is the one that found him. And
well, that's an NBA player right there.
I mean,
you want to see an NBA player? Go watch that kid play. That's an NBA player.
That kid's under control. He can shoot the ball. He's just so highly skilled. He's smart.
No, he's nasty, man. I actually hadn't watched a whole lot of Illinois. I enjoyed watching him play, and Page's kid, who's a hooper too.
Yeah. But I mean, so good, man. So I'm excited to see him, play versus UConn. I mean, that's going to be.
They might. Those guys are cooking UConn. I don't know if they're going to beat UConn, but those kids are cooking UConn.
I love his game. Yeah, and Stojakovic, he played great. I mean, he finally found kind of a home.
Just like his dad too, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, he shoots like his dad. His game is like his dad.
You see the reverse layup that he hit? That was nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty. He's a good player. He was a McDonald's All-American. Obviously went to Stanford first, then Cal, and now he's at Illinois. But, I mean, those two guys can play. You got Kylan Boswell. He's a solid point guard. He didn't play well the other day, but, they're going to need him to play well, obviously. So, Illinois has got a good team. I just feel like UConn is kind of destined to make it to the championship game again. It just kind of feels that way for me. I don't know why.
If U of A plays well, if they play UConn and they play well, they're beating them by 15, 20. If they shoot the ball well, if they're hitting the jump shots, if they don't shoot a lot of them. But yeah. You might be right though.
But like all five guys in UConn, all five starters, average double figures, just like UConn. But Terris Reed for UConn's just a monster. He played great yesterday. He's highly skilled big man. When he gets, in the paint, just can go either hand. He's strong. He's a good defender. He's good. Obviously, you got Carbone, who's, I think he's the all-time leading scorer in UConn. He's just won the most games. Like, he's been there forever, I feel like. So you got the senior leadership and solo ball. Then if Mullins, the freshman can hit shots, it'll be an interesting game, man. I'm pulling for Illinois in that one.
I am too, actually.
What's that?
I said I am too.
But I let's do, if we're doing a prediction, I'm pulling for Illinois, but I think Connecticut's going to win that game. And then on the other hand, I've had Arizona the whole time, so I'm sticking with Arizona over Michigan. Although I don't feel as confident about that game, and I think all our boys are going to be stressing pretty heavy. I think that's going to be. It's not going to look like the Purdue game. If they win, it's going to be a close, down to the wire, like dogfight. It just is what it is either way. None of those teams is blowing the other team out. So, it's going to be high anxiety. You're going to give those guys some meds before that game for sure, because that's going to be tough.
Ricky, who wants to come on the pod, by the way, and tell us all his crazy-ass sports takes like Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT.
Come on, Ricky.
Dude, his boy Heath, like we were watching that game. It was U of A. Who they played an 11 seed in the second round, right? Who did they play? They played it was Utah State, I think.
Yeah, it was Utah State.
Yeah, we're sitting there watching, and they were like up 6 or something. He's like stressed out. I'm like, dude, you're not allowed to watch any more of these games. This team's getting ran out of the building here in a second. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Best case. Yeah.
I was like, hey, if they're down 6-2 in the first half, he's not allowed to leave the stadium. He only watches the games at home by himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think he actually went to San Jose, though. So,
did he? That's how I am, though. Like with the Jets and shit, I'm like, I need to watch this alone in a dark room.
Yeah.
But
I watched the Raiders Super Bowl by myself when they played against Tampa Bay in college.
Yeah.
I was misery, dude. People were banging on my door because I was talking all this shit beforehand, like laughing at me, banging on my door. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why.
Hey, dude, I locked that fucking door. You're not coming in.
Can't be bothered, bro. But
I'm gonna go Illinois versus Arizona.
Like it, and then Illinois. I got UConn versus Arizona, and then I think we both have Arizona winning the whole thing.
I hope so. I
do too. Sadly, I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being UConn and Michigan, and in that case, I think it could go either way. Hurley, at first, crazy as he is, he's a good coach. He is. So those boys will be ready to play. But I just think that Arizona and Michigan have too much for either Illinois or UConn.
Yeah, no, they do. I mean, sort of the championship on Saturday. Everyone stays healthy. It's going to be get down to the who gets in foul trouble, hitting free throws. It's going to be a barn burner, that one for sure.
But players to watch, man. Obviously, Lindenborg, beast. I think that Terris Reed for Connecticut, and then on the other teams, the freshmen, man, Keaton, Burries, Koa. Bradley's the glue that holds that team together, but it's crazy, man. Freshmen are the ones that are gonna.
It could be like De La Rosa or the Ivanchenko, one of those guys hitting the three, maybe. Could be.
I mean, think about it though. Still, I mean, the world of transfer portal and NIL, like Arizona starting 3 freshmen. You know what I mean? 3 freshmen. Illinois' best players are freshmen. They start 2 freshmen.
Yeah.
And the other freshman might be there. He's Merkovic. He's averaging 13.5 and 8 rebounds. So still got to recruit, man. You got to recruit. Yeah.
What's crazy is, I mean, to your point, like obviously, Koa might be playing his way back into the top 10. Right?
Yeah.
And obviously, Burries, I think, in all the things I see, he's like a 9, 10, or 11.
Yep.
So they might have 2 top 10 players. And obviously, like, just because of Koa's size, maybe the ceiling's higher, but Braden's a hooper, and that dude ain't worried about the moment, man. He's cold. He's stone cold. Yeah, he's not tripping at all. Like, I remember even in one of the games they lost, it was tight at the end, the second game, because they lost 2 in a row. The second game they shouldn't have lost, because obviously they lost to Kansas, and then they lost the second game of a team that wasn't I forget who it was, but I mean, they were down like 6, and he's just going straight to the hole, layup, goes left, layup, go, like he's just focused, like he wasn't tripping at all, like he was not nervous.
Love his demeanor, love all their demeanors, honestly.
Super nice kids, though. Both those guys, nice kids. Had a chance to meet them. I think we talked about it. Went to dinner with them after the game, after the Suns game, and I think it was Braden's little brother, or was it Koa's brother, who's like the biggest Devin Booker fan, so he was super hyped. And I told you that Koa hit up your boy hit up Bryce and said, "Hey man, this dude has more LeBrons than anyone I've ever seen." And Bryce was like, "That's more than my dad has."
Shout out Ryan,
shout out Ryan, who loves LeBron.
Warehouse.
Yeah, I've never even seen Ryan wear LeBrons ever, but apparently he has every pair ever.
Just collects them. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
He loves Bron though, maybe even more than you.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. But it's gonna be interesting, man. But I'm excited for these guys this weekend. To your point about moving up the draft slot. I mean, this weekend can change everything for somebody. I mean,
so we saw Darius Acuff Jr. Sort of change his whole. I mean, he got signed by Allen Iverson and Shaq to Reebok. I mean, I think he's the first college player ever to get a shoe deal, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know who else.
So, yeah, I think so. So this will change, man. It could be Koa, could be Braden, it could be. I mean, I don't know if it's really in the cards for Jaden Bradley. I mean, he could play in the NBA probably, but
he'll. Yeah,
this is different. I mean, these kids. Maybe it's Wagner. Maybe it's not Wagner.
Wagler. Yeah. Enough. Yeah.
Maybe it's him. Maybe it's homeboy from Michigan. Obviously, he's probably already up there, but you just don't know, man. It might that one clutch shot or that one play or that one heady play you make might flip you in some team's mind.
But the one thing about Lindenborg is his high school class was, I forget, I was reading it. Oh man, he's old. Like Zaire Williams, Brandon Boston, all these guys that are in the NBA right now. I got to look it up, but I don't know how old he is, but his recruiting class is everybody that's in the NBA currently. For years.
Let's see, he's from Jersey. I didn't know that.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Pennsauken. I don't know where that is. I've never heard of that. And I mean, Jersey's not
from Jersey either.
He was born in 2002. Damn.
Oh, yeah, see? There you go. He's 24. And, that's...
His birthday is September. Yeah, so he turns 24 in September.
Yeah, let's see.
Which is crazy. I mean, Jaden Bradley's 23 too, I think. I mean, he's probably as old as Ann Edwards, bro.
Now these guys got like the 5th year and all that stuff with, all that, it's, let's see.
There's one other thing too, man. I remember when I met Braden, I met his brother, BJ, who looks just like him. He's probably 3, maybe 4 inches shorter. And I think they said that he was the Arizona State leading scorer in high school history.
Oh, shit, really?
I'm looking it up right now. They said some crazy stats about him. He was a super nice kid, too. I think he's a grad assistant or he does something for the Arizona program. Let's see. Yeah, he scored 3,387 points.
That's a ton.
In 2019.
That's damn.
How many points did you score? How many points did you score in high school? I know you know.
1900, like 1900.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of points.
At high school in 2019, I think they said he averaged like 40 a game or something like that, which is almost impossible.
And I was scoring. I'm just letting y'all know.
Bro, he dropped 68 in a game in his freshman year.
I was scoring a lot of damn points, man. So to score that many more points is wild.
I mean, dude, 68 in a high school game?
Yeah, you're getting buckets, bro.
Yeah, he was 76 and 35. He had 11 threes in a game too.
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah, so Lindenborg, here we go.
Anyway, sorry for that diatribe, BJ Burries.
No, but I was just thinking, like, Lindenborg, like, his recruiting class in high school, his senior year included Jonathan Kuminga, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs, Scotty Barnes.
Damn.
I mean, this, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, loaded. And all those boys have been in the NBA for a minute, you know. So
dude, is Kuminga. I have that autographed Kuminga rookie card that I bought for like nothing. And shit, man, maybe in Atlanta they'll make it worth something. But yeah, I mean, I've had that card for like 3 years. You know what I mean? Like I've had that card for a minute.
He's got to. He's about to turn his career around. Hopefully,
yeah.
Got off to a hot start. It's cooled down some, but it's a good spot for him. But yeah, Lindenborg's a grown man out there, so I think he'll. You know,
he is a grown man. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. I'm hyped though, man. Going out there. You know, may come back before the final if it doesn't go well against Michigan. I don't know what I'll do.
Oh, if they win, you got to stay, bro. I mean,
what's if they win?
Yeah, that's the plan, right? To stay.
The plan is to stay. Mm-hmm. I'm not an Arizona fan, so I didn't just say, hey, you know what? I'm buying a flight home Tuesday and not Sunday because we're going to win. You know how like they'll say, oh, well, we didn't pack for 2 nights. We just packed for 1 game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, exactly. And get best of 7. So they better pack for those 2 games.
That's right. No.
I think his brother's coming out too. Now that he doesn't have to do any like the training camp stuff. Try to go to the game since he just retired. Yeah. His brother. It's crazy that his brother already retired from the NFL. Played like 11 years.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That's a huge gap. Is it Andres? What's his name?
Andres, yeah. He played for the Raiders for a second. I think he just retired from Pittsburgh though, from the Steelers.
Big boy. That was a big boy.
Big dude, man. I mean, Co's a big dude too, but that's a big fucking dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, shit. I'm excited, man. We're hype. Arizona, cut these nets down. You had Steve Kerr in the building, all excited the other night. So,
legend, man. The last time, I mean,
he's their champion, man.
Yeah, those boys. There've been some good runs. Obviously, I remember the title win with Mike Bibby and Miles Simon when Mike Bibby had on the foam posits, the blue foam posits. I'll never forget. First time I saw those shoes, and Bibby as a freshman, and those boys went out there and won. And then, when my boy Gilbert Arenas and those guys made it to the final and lost to Dunleavy and that Duke team. That was the last time.
Duke team to lose to, man. I remember thinking that when I was watching it.
And now, they finally have a chance to get back to the big game. So,
and what, 98, right? That was 98.
Mm-hmm. That was 2001, I believe, when Gil and them went. I think it was 2001.
Really?
Pretty sure.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah, Gil wouldn't have been in school that early.
No,
the 98 was Simon and Bibby, though. I don't know why I thought 98 for some reason.
Getting Gil graduated in 99.
Yeah, Gil's a year older than you. Or the same year.
He graduated in 99. I think that the year they actually were there, it was actually 2001, I believe.
Well, I'm
2000.
They need to win it.
Either way,
it's going to be live out there if they win it.
Pulling for them. Pulling for Arizona.
Indianapolis, man, remember I told you it was my favorite town to go to an NFL game? And it's the same stadium, so you got a spot you can walk. There's like bars and restaurants, and then you can walk right to the stadium. It's fire.
Just don't go where Sanchez was at.
Ah, dude, I saw it, man. The meeting I went to, the hotel, I don't remember what hotel it was, but it was attached to the convention center. So you could see it. Like, you could see the construction, because there's construction. I don't know what the hell he was doing in there, but, I mean, you could see it from the convention center, the exact spot where it happened, which is crazy.
Wild.
He's wild, bro. He changes the course of his whole life that day.
Never heard about him, but you probably won't. So,
you probably won't.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, well, let's dig into. We could talk about, MVP. Transition to the NBA.
Yeah, man.
Looks like it's going to be Shea, but your boy Wemby, man. They've won a million games in a row. He's trying to make that push.
He's made a push. I think that was my prediction at the beginning of the year before that Wemby would win MVP. He's making a push. I think it's probably still Shea, but Wemby, man, I think this is the last year before Wemby really is just dominant and probably winning MVPs every other year. He's about to take that leap. So he's played great. They have won a ton of games. They're only, I think, 2.5 games behind OKC right now, which gotta be careful, man. Like if OKC drops a couple and if San Antonio gets that, I think that's important between them. I think San Antonio has had OKC's number. I think home court advantage.
San Antonio needs home court advantage if they're going to try to beat them,
I think so too. I think it's really hard to win in OKC, but I think that OKC or San Antonio has played well against OKC this year, but you don't want it. It's going to be hard to win a game 7 in OKC.
Dude, they got a tough go, man. They got Detroit at home tonight. They got the Lakers on Thursday. The Jazz, so that's a dub. Then they're at the Lakers, then at the Clippers, back to back. Then at the Nuggets, and then they host the Suns on the last night of their season.
I think the Lakers are getting at least one of them. They'll get one of them. I don't think they'll get both of them. The Lakers will get one of them because the Lakers need the wins too. Tonight will be a tough game because it's a back-to-back. OKC played the Knicks last night, and that was a tight game until the second half of the fourth quarter. So that was a highly contested game. So now they got Detroit, which won't be easy. If they drop a couple and if San Antonio goes on a little run here, could get interesting.
I'm going to try to see what San Antonio has real quick. These websites, man. Okay, they got tonight they host the Bulls. Dub. Then they go to the Warriors. Dub. Then they go back-to-back. They play the Clippers. So that might be a tough one. Then they're at Denver. Then they finished the season with Philly and Portland. Dub. And then Dallas, and then Denver on the last game of the season. I wonder if that one matters. That'd be crazy because it might matter for Denver. All those games are going to matter for Denver too.
Agree. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
The NBA is about to get real interesting. These are playoff games for these teams. Maybe not Utah Jazz tomorrow or whatever they're playing them, but
no
playoff games.
Denver's only a game behind the Lakers right now. So the Lakers don't want to lose that third seed. So the Lakers need to win. That's why beating OKC at least once is important. But all these games matter for Denver. Not only that, but Minnesota's only 2 games behind Denver.
In Minnesota, man, obviously they haven't been as good this year, even though they're right there. You just never know with Ant and Julius Randle last year in the playoffs. He was hooping. So, it's all tough. Those top 6 teams are tough. Then when you get to the playoffs, like Suns and, Warriors and, I don't know, whatever, like Clippers.
It's hard, man. So
the Clippers can beat people too, but they didn't trade Harden anyways, but
Naz Reid, yeah.
Naz Reid stuff, of course, and obviously Rudy Gobert. I don't know if you ever follow that dude that screams on Instagram. I send you the videos where the dude screams.
Oh yeah.
Rudy Gobert was mad at him, like he showed his DMs, like Rudy Gobert DM'd him because he was talking. He called. I forget what he said, but he was talking mad shit on Rudy, and he's like, Rudy came back and got 19 boards, and like it was funny, but he blocked the DM, so we couldn't see what Rudy Gobert said to him. But he said something. He was talking shit. So.
That's funny. No, I know you're talking about Rudy. I hate Rudy.
One thing I want to bring up, I sent you the Jay Will thing where he said he'll bet his life on the fact that his high school basketball team would blow out the WNBA All-Stars. And Pat Bev was like, he's like a high school team, and he's like, I put my life on it, bro. Like, he goes, them. Yeah, he goes. There's nothing. He goes. If what was it? What's the chick's? What's Aja Wilson? If she gets 30, I'm getting 60.
60.
And then he said, obviously he had Randy Moss on his high school basketball team, which Randy Moss, if you ever hear the story about Randy Moss talking about when he decided he was going to play football, it's hilarious. But he also said that the only thing a woman can beat him in is fighting. But if it's an actual real fight, he'll use a bat and he won't lose. But if he goes into the cage like Ronda Rousey, she's knocking his ass out.
Because he was like, because Pat Beverly made some wild statement about.
He was making the politically correct statement, right?
He said something about the WNBA team beating NBA players, which is
he's like, what about the bench? They could beat the bench, and it's just like, what?
All due respect, man. I
Yeah,
mean, no, it's not happening. But yeah, that was a good clip. I love Jay Will.
I think Randy Moss is about the same age as KG, right? Because I think it was KG that he played against at like a McDonald's. He went to an invite only. It wasn't McDonald's. It was some Nike or Reebok camp.
Mm-hmm. That was Adidas or Nike. Yeah, ABCD or Nike All-American camp probably.
Yeah, he went to some invite-only camp, and he's like going there, and he's like obviously Mr. West Virginia. He's like, I'm that dude. And he's like, he said he played with these kids, and he was just like, I can't play with these kids. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't belong here. And he said he went back, and they were like, how's camp? He's like, fuck basketball.
That shit will humble you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You go to those camps, you know what's going on in your state. Back then it was different too. You probably didn't. There's
no social media, right? So you don't know.
No social media. You would travel a little bit with AAU, but there's only like a couple of tournaments a year. Now AAU's crazy. You can travel every weekend if you want to, but you didn't have as much exposure to what everybody else was doing across the country. So you're the man in West Virginia. You go to Nike All-American camp or Adidas ABCD camp, and then you find out the boys in Chicago, New York, you know, from the DMV, LA. You're like, man, this is what it's about.
I mean, he's not the same age. He's not much younger than Melo. You know what I mean? So it's like, which by the way, did Syracuse just hire Johnny Flynn? I think they did.
No, it was
Jerry McNamara. Yes.
Yeah.
He was on that team. Yeah, Jerry McNamara, which is crazy.
That's Jerry McNamara. They gave Duke a tough first round, when he's coaching Siena. So Jerry McNamara, longtime assistant at Syracuse, obviously great player there. Won the Natty as a freshman with Carmelo. Now he's back home, coaching. So yeah, they hired good hire, man. I like McNamara.
I like it, man. Only Pitt can hire former Duke coaches or Duke players and have them stink. Dude, my boy did I tell you about the story of how my boy founded the Oakland Zoo, which is like essentially the Cameron Crazies of Pitt? It started. It was like one of my best friends. He's a teacher in Philadelphia now, but he I thought he would be an entrepreneur. He goes and he gets all these restaurants on campus to donate money because it's a yellow shirt, kind of like this color. It just says Oakland Zoo with the basketball. You put all the logos on the back. They pay for the shirts. Him and I and a couple of other people would stand outside the games and hand them out to everyone as they walked in. That's the only way we could get him to wear them. So what happened is they brought him back for the 25th anniversary of the zoo, and he went and he like told the athletic director, he's like, this team stinks. Nobody's watching this shit. You need to fire Jeff Capel right now. And he's like, nah, man, give him one more year and this and that. He goes, he's got $4 million in NIL money, and they're this bad. Like he was going in on it. And Matty got thrown out of Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row during the Big East tournament for yelling at the refs. They threw him out 2 nights in a row. Like he's loud, man. He's great. But here's what else told me. So this is crazy. So he never filed the patent or the trademark, which, by the way, trademark pending. He never filed it, and so this dude, his name was Chaz. He was a dick. He owned like the store on the corner. Like it was like an outdoor store selling like Pitt merch and stuff. He put it out like right in the middle of campus. He started selling T-shirts. Pitt and Maddie sued this guy, and I think the university ended up having to buy it from him for like $60K.
Really?
Right. So he didn't pay for it. The university did. And he said he's never gotten $1 from any of the shit that they sold. And I mean, they're selling, you can go on, ESPN like shop or whatever and buy an Oakland Zoo shirt. Now they're made they're made on Nike shirts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
It's not huge, but they're selling a set amount every year to like
enough
college kids, 20,000 students there. People have shirts, and we were giving them out. So they brought him to the game, flew him there, I think, and he went to the 25th anniversary game, and he said all he did was tell him to fire Jeff Capel. So
they have to. Capel's not it, man. Yeah. He's
been there a long time too, man.
Too long to still have a job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
it's bad. But so Shea favored to win MVP, and then Wemby. I did see something where I forget who it was. It was a post that kind of went viral where they said that LeBron and Clutch would never allow Luka to win the MVP with LeBron on his team because it would harm his narrative, which I don't know that it would because he's 41. It's not like he's in his prime and there's another NBA MVP on his team. No, I don't think that's a big deal.
No.
If Luka played defense this year and he wasn't just blown up by everyone, maybe he would win because he's given you, I mean, which did I send you the tape of Jeremy Lin breaking down how Luka attacks defense? Dude,
No, I didn't see that.
the only one on like it was on like First Take or something. None of those guys give real analysis, you know.
Right.
I mean, he talked about it's always go right, back to the left dribble. If you drop that lead foot, then he's step back. If you don't, he's going by you. And then he shows what happens if you cut him off at the next dribble. He's going to spin. Like I got to send it to you. Like great analysis.
Hard. Yeah, I love that.
Luka's giving you 50 in slow motion every night.
Every night. He's amazing. And LeBron's finally accepted, being the third
imagine
option.
Imagine if they beat someone, because beating Denver is going to be hard.
It's going to be hard, but with Luka, Luka's the centerpiece and LeBron taking a back seat and facilitating more, they could do it. You need Reeves and these other guys to play good, but anytime you have someone like Luka Doncic on your team, you have a chance to win a game just because, he can.
It's like having Steph, where it's like if it's one of those nights, you could beat anyone. Doesn't matter.
Yep. Hell yeah.
And dude, what did he have? 60? He just had 40 again. He's got to be averaging damn near 40 in the last month.
He's been on one.
And again, the same thing I'll say about Wemby, and people always tell me I'm crazy. Like I've had like 5 people yell at me in the last week when I say Luka should stop shooting threes. Wemby, he shoots 35% from the three. Like stop shooting threes or get better at it. Don't do it. Because he shoots 51%, I think, from the floor. That's while shooting 35% from three, and he shoots a lot of jump shots. So what
gotta keep him honest, Matt.
What are you shooting in the paint? Go shoot that. I don't know. Wemby's such a beast. Man, did you see the reverse layup that he did where he was out of bounds? Way on the wrong side of the backboard, and he could just reach over on the other side. Like he was out of bounds in the air, and he laid it up.
Inspector Gadget type shit.
I know, dude. It's just crazy.
It's wild.
So Luka's not winning MVP. I would guess they give it to Shea. They probably don't want to, but they probably give it to him.
Telling you, Wemby, lock it next year, MVP.
And obviously, I don't like to say anything positive about the Lakers, but arguably a better season by Luka getting this team to be potential third seed than Shea being the best team.
I agree. What Luka's done and put this team on his back it's been impressive, man. Luka's been great.
And my wife knows that I don't like how much Luka and LeBron complain. I've told her a million times, and she still loves Luka. I might have to break out the Jordan 1 Lukas that are like purple and green.
Pull them out.
They're like the old Dallas Mavericks ones with the old colors.
Pull them out.
I might have to break them out. I haven't worn them since we went to it was a Timberwolves game in the playoffs. We went to Game 5 at Dallas the year they went to the championship, I think, and they lost that night, and that was the last time I went.
I think I remember you and Taylor were there.
We went, yeah.
I think Tom Williamson was there too. Yeah, I think
it was. Exactly. Yeah, that was the last time I wore those shoes. I haven't worn them since then.
Yeah, well, break them out, man. We need some luck.
Yeah, they're fire though. Yeah. So we talked about where we think this is going to go, man. We're going to have some interesting first round matchups, and I'm excited for that.
Excited for that. Excited for the Final Four. Let's go Arizona. Bear down.
Bear down.
I picked him to start. I'm not changing it. Bear down. We know a lot of people that went there, so it'd be nice to see them happy. But I think we're gonna have some competitive games, especially on Saturday. I think both games will be really close. And then
Saturday is gonna be great programming. So everyone tune in.
Tune in.
I'm hyped
for sure. Yes, sir.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So when you're sitting in the stadium, like how they put those stages behind the buckets, because they have like the band and stuff.
Right.
Seats behind them go up like this, or are they flat because they're better priced seats behind there, but then it's like the same as uppers. But I just don't know if it's going to be like this where you can see, or if they're in your way. Because if they're in your way, then you should not buy them. But I just don't know.
That's a good question. I'll have to look into that. I know exactly what you're talking about too. I might have to actually even look at some old. You
got to look at something from last year.
Right? Yeah. Because you can see, I know exactly what you're talking about. And if it's flat, it's going to be hard to see over them.
And the students and stuff.
Yeah. So is that what?
Yeah.
Looking at behind the basket?
Yeah, we were looking because it's like the same price as uppers. Like where if you're even anywhere near the middle, it's like might as well be Super Bowl, dude. It's crazy.
The dope thing about the whole thing is that you get to see both games. You know what I mean? So that's
like I remember when we went to the round of 64 one time. That was a crazy day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
2-hour break, 2 games.
2 games, yeah. But Final Four,
yeah,
man, that's gonna be
you can hang out in Indianapolis, man.
Hopefully,
Matt's not cold.
Matt's telling y'all it's a good city. I've been to Indiana. I've never been to Indianapolis though. I've been to Bloomington. I've been to Purdue.
It's gonna be nice all weekend too. Fire. Okay. All right.
Bear down, baby.
Right, man. We'll have to. We got to see if Adam's still down for Monday because we need to. I'll run it there.
Yeah, live. Yeah, let's do it. Well, he's
Final Four. Maybe I get
committed.
going.
Adam Spanish committed to Monday, and I'm saying this on the pod. So if he flakes on us, the guy's scared to come on here and tell us what's what. So
talking about how Larry Bird's gonna. Did he say Larry? I don't even want to ruin the take for the next one, but he's out of his mind.
Don't ruin it because it's going to be so crazy. We need you guys to hear it in real time. It's that bad. So,
I want to release the screenshots.
Yeah, maybe we will right before the episode to hype up the episode because it's that wild.
Yeah, it's too funny. All right, bro, man. Well, shit. Man. I'm excited for the Final Four, man. We'll have a lot to talk about, and then obviously, the next one because we'll probably have a decent idea, a little bit better idea of the NBA playoffs, but we'll be able to talk about this game, man. Or these games. Yes, so, all right, bro. Well, there's one thing that we all know you can't do.
Well, apparently you can't teach late game situations to the Boozer twins, but what you also can't do is you can't teach taste.
Yeah, they're shaving points.
Peace.